Hello dear student partners, this is Advanced English 2 Final Exam. The topic is Find Solutions to Problems. What difficult decision do you think the woman has made? Liz is at a difficult crossroads apparently. She has to make a very compromising decision which could bring some regrets. On the one hand, she takes care of her husband and their young children in France, and she could lose her job if he leaves for a few days. And on the other side is the difficult situation with her father in Michigan. She has to think what decision would be less regrettable. To be honest, I believe that the best to prioritize is her father, although I would think that her trip might bring large employment consequences. I must admit that her husband and her children need her, but it is clear that they are in good health. Therefore, it is very likely that she will hire an employee for those days to care for them. I am convinced that she had to talk with her boss, telling him that she needs a leave of absence for a few weeks, and if she can have the job when she returns from the trip. But if permission was denied, Liz is willing to go to see her father. From my point of view, a father is more important than a job, and maybe this is her last chance to share with her father, and she does not want to future regrets. Liz will be accompanying him on his birthday and his recovery. What do you think the letter says? Hello, appreciate daughter Liz. I'm happy to write again to say hello. I hope you're well. My purpose through this message is to remind your father's birthday next week. You know, he will be celebrating 87 years, and he is eager to see you again after the last change you were with us here in Michigan 4 years ago. On the other hand, I must tell you that your father is very sick, and we don't know if you will have the opportunity to see him on another occasion. His disease has progressed, and he should be subjected to a very complex operation 2 weeks after his birthday, and we would like you with us for his recovery time. You cannot miss our celebration, as this is one of his greatest desires. Remember that you are our only daughter and miss you so much. We understand that you have great responsibilities with your work. Your children and your husband needs you back in France. However, we would like to share with you this special date and to help me to take care of it. I bought your ticket round trip, so you do not have to worry about money. You should not say no. We love you. Cordially, your mother. According to the video Out of Reach, do you think the song is mainly optimistic or mainly pessimistic? Well, in my opinion, I think the song is mainly optimistic because it has to do with our relationship that was not very well, but now one of them who is more affected reacts and it is aware of the difficult situation. The person wants to go out from here and look at for a new opportunity in the life. It means that woman is optimistic and therefore seeks new horizons. She was not willing to continue to suffer for someone else. On the other hand, I am absolutely sure that this is very clear, given that there is a very important phrase in the song, which is, I could drown if I stay here keeping, and now I know I will be fine. This phrase indicates that there is a wish, there is a deep hope to run and to be free. What was the true problem according to the song? I would like to say that it's easy to see why the person feels that way. In a relationship, it is necessary that both people are reciprocated. That is, two people to love each other are needed. But in this case, the real problem is that one never gave his heart. I have the impression that this took too time to the point of not resist that situation, indicating that someone had to take the decision to end this first. That is my opinion. According to their reading, why won't he introduce me to his family? I think the solution is the next. Well, first of all, I want to say that the love must be the same anywhere, and it is important to be honest with the partner. So I think the best solution would be that the girlfriend insists that her boyfriend introduces into his family, because this would be a way to show the love for her and his good wishes. If he doesn't have anything to hide, he should join her with his family. For the text, can we leave my mother? Solution. In her position, I couldn't tell him to refuse the job. By the contrary, I think this is a very good opportunity to travel, to meet other people, and the best, to have fun in that place with her children. I think the best solution could be to talk with her mother to persuade her for going with all them and to live happy and healthy. Next question. Are you good at making decisions or no? If you find it hard to make a decision, what do you usually do? Well, my answer is I must say that all decisions are difficult to make, but I consider I am good at making decisions because I always try to measure the consequences before to start any situation, although sometimes I had made some mistakes. I also talk it over with my parents or a friend. It is my belief that we have to be rational, but what I consider the most important thing is to ask God, and this is what I do. Finally, talk about a big decision or event in your life. I'm convinced that the most difficult decision that I have had to make is when I was going to get married. I thought that my future should be fine, but I had to admit that we never finish for meeting other person, so we must live the experience, but the opinion from others is sometimes very important, and more when they are older. Despite the risks, I made the decision, and now I see that this was a great revelation for me. This was my job, so thank you and goodbye.